Hello everyone, welcome to the current episode of Sippin with Steven. To my right is a good friend of mine and good friend of Whiskey Row in the Fraser, John Cecil, and John is the Senior Manager of Louisville Visitor Experiences, which is really a cool title, John, but it's even more impressive when I tell the folks that you actually manage two facilities that, as you told me, are 50 steps apart, steps apart, Green River and Bardstown Bourbon. Why don't you get a little overview as to how your company decided to have two different facilities, how that came about, and how they are so cool and must-see visits and a little bit different?
Absolutely. So the beauty of House Bill 500, which passed a few years back, allowed any distillery with an operating DSP number to place a new location, a tasting room location that didn't have to have a still included, anywhere in the state. Number one, it would bring a lot of people to a lot of tourism into town. Number two, it would add jobs. Number three, it just creates more awareness for the brands and for bourbon in general. So when Bardstown Bourbon Company initially had that opportunity to do that, they jumped at it. They were actually the first distillery to set up a tasting room specifically utilizing House Bill 500.
Well, let me tell you this. Having been over there a couple times, the cocktail program over there is second to none. The bar is fantastic. I cannot encourage people enough, if they want to experience this great product, neat, but also if they maybe want to put their toe in the bourbon water via cocktail, you all have some of the most imaginative and cool cocktails involving bourbon that I've seen.
I would absolutely back that up. We did a really good job of hiring very creative and talented bartenders. The cocktails at both the Bardstown Bourbon Company and the newest location, the Green River Tasting Room, both of those locations, just fantastic cocktails.
Well, you know what I tell people, and it's really cool because you're the two distilling locations. Green River is located in Owensboro, Kentucky. Bardstown Bourbon, obviously, in Bardstown, and then it makes a triangle down to Louisville. So you can get something covered no matter where people are coming from. And I always encourage people to go to the distilling location and see the bigger picture. From Bardstown Bourbon, seeing the glass front and the great restaurant, to Green River and how that is transformed into just one of the strongest brands out on the market these days. But for people that are coming into Louisville for a convention or for a conference, and maybe they don't have transportation to get to Bardstown or to Owensboro on that trip, here's a perfect way to hit both places and on the same block. And I would be, and you look at these bottles up here, there are 5 expressions from Bardstown Bourbon, and then 4 that look similar from Green River, and this very interesting decanter. Yeah. Could you enlighten the Sippin' with Steven viewers as to what this is? Because I am absolutely intrigued.
Of course, but before I do that, I just wanted to touch on what you just said.
Sure.
As far as the majority of our customers that walk into both the Bardstown and the Green River Louisville tasting rooms, most people are walking in, a lot of people, without any knowledge of bourbon. They'll walk in and the first question they'll say, so what is this? They've got a Louisville Slugger bat in their hand and they're trying to figure out what this brown water is. It's a great opportunity to just share what Bardstown Bourbon Company and what Green River are both doing in those two markets, both in Bardstown and Owensboro, to be able to do that all in one day. And the way that Whiskey Row has set itself up now, and with the Fraser's help as well, being able to elongate Whiskey Row and to make it a day or a weekend trip, fantastic.
Well, what we do here, and what we like to do strategically is we're the start of the Bourbon Trail. We like to tell the story from a macro perspective. The water, the agriculture, the soil, all that, and then direct folks to the tasting rooms or the distilleries where they can get the story from their brands, their favorite brands, from the people who make them and do them on a regular basis. And it seems to work pretty well. And what we get people that come in here all the time too, that maybe are here for history or other things, they walk in, they're like, oh, what's this bourbon stuff? And they love the history part of it. The tasting is always great, but they like to find out, why is bourbon the only Native American spirit? What's the story behind it that makes it a little more interesting? And that's where all these come into play. Please go over a little bit of these bottles and what they all represent, the different types.
We certainly have a very cool history when it comes to the Green River brand. The Bardstown brand, very modern, very innovative, collaborative, transparent. We tell you everything we can possibly about those spirits.
All the mash bills are on the label. It's very Napa-esque.
You're exactly right. 100%. It is the first of its kind, the Napa style experience. Like you mentioned earlier, the restaurant on site there under the same roof as the distilling operations. Just a beautiful place. Just great food, fantastic cocktails, and amazing bourbon. But the Green River brand on the other side, we have a lot of history. The label dates back to 1885. So
fantastic. Very
historic, very a great story. If you want to come hear that story, please stop by the Green River Tasting Room. But one of those things that you're seeing here, this is actually a replica bottle of an old ceramic jug that we found on site there in Green River, in Owensboro. Today, those replica jugs, you can these decanters you can actually fill your own. It's a fill your spirits experience.
Cool.
And we've got a rotating different mash bills that we're going to be able to offer. Right now we're offering the classic 70% corn, 21% rye, 9% malted barley. We will see over the course of time that switch between rye and wheat, or even a classic rye 95.5 mash bill in the future. It's a really cool experience. $79.99. Not going to break the bank.
And it'll have people coming back because you'll have different products. It's evil genius.
Every single time.
With utmost respect.
Every time you come to Louisville, I would just stop by, see what's new, check out what the new Fill Your Spirits experience is offering. It's a can't miss.
I will be coming down soon, and we'll start to wrap this up just a little bit, because in Sippin' with Stephen tradition, we always do a sampling of a product. You're kind enough to let us sample some of this bottle of your own today. So we will do this, but before we do, I want to encourage folks, when you come to Louisville, Green River and Bardstown Bourbon, right on Main Street, hit the Fraser, and you got a trifecta that cannot be beat, folks. Do this, and in the meantime, John, you and I will lift our glass in a lovely Bardstown Bourbon Glencairn, by the way. And let's give this to the Fraser, to Green River, to Bardstown Bourbon, and to all the folks on their bourbon journey. What do we get this when we give a smell here?
This one's got a nice caramel, a little bit of a molasses note.
Yeah,
some leather.
I'm getting the molasses. Let's give it a taste and see what we think here. Then you can tell the folks what this entailed proof-wise and mash bill-wise.
Absolutely. Oh, it's got some nice bright and dark characteristics. A lot of bright cherry on the front, some dark leather cocoa kind of characteristics there on the back.
Yep, I got a little bit of a lip tingle. I love it. Give us a little bit of the rundown of the expression, and then we will wish everyone well. And
sure. Like I said, each one of these are going to change periodically, so every single barrel that we get in these decanters are going to be different. You actually go in and you'll fill that decanter yourself. This one is a 130.4 proof, so 65.2%.
Little kick, yeah.
And it's that classic 70% corn, 21% rye, 9% malted barley.
It is fantastic, and I think you all have a home run with this decanter and the fill. John, thank you for coming and making that long commute from Green River and Bardstown Bourbon down to the Fraser, coming on a dime like you did. We are getting close to National Bourbon Heritage Month, and I will be down sooner rather than later to fill one of these bottles up myself. So you did get a sale out of this as well.
We'll have
Cheers,
one ready
my friend.
for you. You got it. Cheers.